This is the Kindy Rockstars Podcast, Season 4. Bringing you incredibly talented singers, artists, creators, and producers in the genre of children's music. I'm your host, Patrick Adams. Each episode will feature songs, albums, videos, or live performances, along with great stories from the artists themselves. Kindy Rockstars Season 4 is proud to be supported and sponsored by Waltmania Public Relations, serving the family entertainment community for more than 20 years. And now, on with the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kindy Rockstars. My guest today is from New Zealand, currently residing in Australia. Please welcome Nicolla Hemi Moorehouse, otherwise known as Miss Nicky Says. Welcome to the show.
Kia ora, Tata. Kia ora. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Kia ora, Tata. Ko whaia Niki aho. I'm Miss Nicky from Miss Nicky Says. I'm so happy to be here today, Patrick. Thanks for having me on the show. But because I live in two countries, I'm from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I live here in Australia, I want to give you the appropriate cultural greetings from both countries. So, to my tangata whenua, my whānau, my friends, my people in Aotearoa, New Zealand, here we go. Ko wete kia te maunga, ko raukawa te moana, ko tainui te waka, ko ngati koatarawa, ngati tōranga tira ngā iwi, nō reira tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou katoa. And because I live here in Australia, we do an acknowledgement of country. And we say, I'd like to acknowledge the Yugambeh people of this land in which I live and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Patrick. Thank you for your patience. But as an Indigenous woman, I'd like to pay my respects to the appropriate people of the lands in which I live. Nō reira tēnā koutou katoa.
Wonderful. All right. Miss Nicky Says. So tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into making music for children.
Gosh, what a big story. Thank you so much. When I reflect back on my childhood, I think music has just always been a part of my life. My father would sing songs to me. And that later became our language of love. We would sing little songs together. And I always felt very close to my father when he would sing to me. And I just grew up playing the piano a little bit. I learned to play the cello, the viola. I don't think I was very good, but I think I was naturally just musical. And I always sang. And then later on in my life, I wanted to sing, but I didn't know how to express that professionally. I don't think I'm an amazing singer, but I can sing a little bit and I'm confident. But when I moved to Australia a few years back, I found a company and I started singing with them. And so for the last 8 years, I've been singing professionally in the early learning childcare centres here in the Gold Coast where I live. So I've been performing to children professionally, and I just absolutely loved that space. And then, of course, COVID hit. And entertainment was the first thing that shut down. And the childcare centres were just so careful about who they would let in, as you can understand. So in COVID, like a lot of people, I got really creative and I thought, well, how do I express myself creatively? So I figured out how to set up a YouTube channel and I kind of winged it and went manic on it and I figured it out. And so I first started doing COVID hygiene, little videos on COVID hygiene practices. And I thought, well, that was fun. And then I did one song in Maori. Now, this is the language of my country, Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I did a Maori song and I just struck gold. it's just, I was watching the analytics go berserk. It was like overnight, I had 11,000 views. In the morning, there was 15,000 views and it went berserk. And I thought, all right, there's something here. Obviously, there's a space where our tamariki, our Maori children from Aotearoa, New Zealand, are looking for something that looks like them. And so I did some research, and there isn't a lot of content out there for our Maori children. There's some, and there's a lot of people who do a good job trying to do it. But if there's so much stimulating content out there on YouTube, isn't there, Patrick?
There is.
You know, there's so many people are doing great things and some really talented artists. And I thought, okay, well, I want to make some content for our tamariki, for our Maori children and Kiwi children, New Zealand children, and make it so it competes with the other great stuff out there so that our children go and so our children have good options of content that they can go to that reflects them. That was a big introduction to that. But so I started out thinking, all right, well, if one or two people watch this, I'll be really happy. But it's done really well. One of my songs, I think, has maybe 500,000 views on YouTube now and has gone viral. And I'm getting quite a good following from New Zealand children and Kiwi children who live all around the world, and educators and schools and parents and grandparents, because my content is about promoting our language that was taken from us. And so I'm promoting the use of our language, and I'm putting Maori content out there so Maori children can find content that reflects who they are. And so it's really special to me, but obviously the views and the following that I get is showing, hey, there's a really big need for this cultural content out there. So I've been really blessed. I'm doing something that I love. I'm expressing myself culturally. I'm expressing myself musically and creatively, but people are enjoying it. So, yeah, I'm very, very lucky to find myself in this space, Patrick.
That's awesome. So as you go around and do your performances, is this an introduction to some of the kids to Maori culture, or is a lot of your performances for those children?
So when I was performing professionally, and I don't do that so much anymore, but it was not Maori content. It was for Australian children because I live here in Australia. So it's your regular nursery rhymes and Five Cheeky Monkeys Jumping on the Bed, all of those cool, important songs. But it was only in COVID that I leaned into cultural Maori music. And this is the space that I'm really passionate about now. So this is where I spend my energy doing music specifically for Maori and New Zealand children.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's, when I first started the show, it was back in 2021, and this was post-pandemic. So a lot of the stories, that people would tell are, not being able to perform during COVID, and how they quickly had to make that switch to getting online, or doing exactly what you did, and creating an online presence, and leveraging YouTube and leveraging Zoom and anything that still kept them performing or engaging in creating an outreach. So it sounds like you leveraged that and more, and got something really enriching and fulfilling out of it.
Yeah, it's been incredibly fulfilling. But COVID did that, didn't it? It just gave us time to stop and create and think, what do I really value? What's really important to me? So even though it was a very, very difficult time for so many people, some really wonderful things came out of that void too. So yeah, it's been an interesting time.
It was a creative boon. I wrote and did my entire first album during that time frame, just because.
There you go. Just because you could.
You had the time. You just gotta fashion yourself a little home studio and it can be done.
Yeah, I know. So here we are, aren't we, after all of that?
Yep. All right. So we're going to spotlight 3 of your songs today. So what we'll do is we'll introduce each song and you can kind of tell a little bit about the story behind it, and then we'll play it. So let's kick off with Because I'm Maori. And I apologize if I mispronounce this.
It's all good. It's all good. Because I'm Maori, that was a song that was actually sponsored by an organization in New Zealand. They gave me an incredible grant to be able to produce the song professionally and to be able to fund a music video. So Because I'm Maori is a song that I wrote about cultural pride, about your identity, having a positive cultural identity. But there's some lyrics in there where it says, I am my mountain, I am my sea, I am my waka or canoe, I am my family. And these are all very important values in Māori culture. Our mountain, our water, our sea or our river is important. And the canoe, our waka, is very important to each tribe. So I thought it's important to mention that, because if you're not Māori and if you're not from Aotearoa, New Zealand, then you might misunderstand or not understand the relevance of that. But these are all very important things in our culture. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a song I really enjoyed making.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's play it. And before I do, just a quick shout out to the support that the governments in New Zealand and Australia give their artists. I hear so many stories about that, and it's wonderful.
It is. And actually, I should mention too, so it was not only New Zealand On Air who funded this, but I had some really cool people behind me. So my son, I'm Moorehouse, did a lot of the audio engineering. Mike Bloomendale produced the song for me so beautifully. And Zane River was the videographer behind this video production. And my daughter, Lee Solo, is an amazing artist too. So she did a lot of the animating for the video. So I had a really cool group of people helping me with it. Definitely all work. So I hope you enjoy it.
All right. We're going to play it now. Here it is, Because I'm Maori by Miss Nicky Says.
Woke up this morning with a little smile on my face. I know it's gonna be a good day, I just know it. I walk around with a little kick in my step. I can't forget where I am from, where I belong. Because I'm Maori, because I'm me, because I'm smart, because I'm strong. Now sing along, come on. Because I'm Maori, because I'm me, because I'm smart, because I'm strong. I am my mountain, I am my sea, I am my waka, I am my family. I am the future, I am the past, I am whoever and whatever I wanna be. Because I'm Maori, because I'm me, because I'm smart, because I'm strong. Now sing your song, come on. Because I'm Maori, because I'm me, because I'm smart, because I'm strong. Yeah, because I'm Maori, because I'm Maori, because I'm Maori. Come on. Because I'm Maori, because I'm Maori,
And that was Because I'm Maori. All right, the second song we're going to talk about is called Can Korero Maori. So let's learn about this one.
Actually, your pronunciation's pretty good, Patrick. I'm pretty impressed, I have to say. I can Korero Maori. So korero means speak. I can Korero Maori. I can speak Maori. So the song is about encouraging people to relearn our language, Te Reo Maori. And I think it's really important because New Zealand is currently really pushing themselves hard to relearn our Maori language, a language that was taken from us in the late 1800s. So with us reclaiming our language, we're also getting our cultural dignity back that was taken from us. So it's really important to be on this waka, to be on this journey to reclaim our language. So this song is really about that. And it's really about celebrating wherever we are in our language journey too. Because some of us are really fluent speakers and some of us are only beginners in learning our language. And wherever we are, the song is about celebrating every step and it's all good. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. I really love this song. I enjoyed making it.
Excellent. All right. Well, we're going to play it right now. Here it is. Can Korero Maori by Miss Nicky Says.
I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. Tēnā koe, tēnā korua, tēnā koto. Kia ora kei te pehe a koe, kei te pai aho. You know that I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. Ko ai koe ko whaia niki aho. No he a koe, no ao te aroa o. You know that I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. Tahiru a toru wha, rima ono whitu aru I wa te ko. You know that I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori. I can Korero Maori, Korero Maori, Korero Maori.
And that was Can Korero Maori. All right, last song we're going to talk about is called Tuatara in My Gumboot. And I confess, I looked up what a Tuatara was and a gumboot. But let's hear your story behind the song.
Wow, you're learning a lot, aren't you, through my songs?
I am.
So I'm from two tribes. I'm from Ngati Tōrangatira, which is based in the bottom of the North Island in Wellington. And my other tribe is Ngati Koata, which is Nelson, the top of the South Island. Now, my tribe, Ngati Koata, we are the protectors or the kaitiaki of these lizards called Tuatara. And as the protectors or the kaitiaki of these lizards, I wanted to write a song about this Tuatara because it's very significant to my iwi, to my tribe. So I've done this song in a really fun, silly, even a little bit of an irreverent way about this Tuatara, this lizard. and other animals and creatures from home. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a fun, silly song, but I think the kids really enjoy it back home. So I hope you do too.
I'm sure they will. I love this title. Here it is, a Tuatara in My Gumboot by Miss
Thank
Nicky
you.
Says.
How did a tuatara get in my gumboot? There's a tuatara in my gumboot. Tuatara in my gumboot. Tuatara, 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 tuatara in my gumboot. What's a spider doing in my hat? There's a punga were were in my portai. Punga were were in my portai. There's a punga were were, punga were were, punga were were in my portai. Now there's an octopus in my basket. There's a feke in my kete. Feke in my kete. There's a feke, 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 a feke in my kete. Look, it's a pukeko bird in my coat. There's a pukeko in my koti. Pukeko in my koti. Pukeko, 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 pukeko in my koti. What's this pig in my waka? There's a poaka in my waka. Poaka in my waka. There's a poaka, 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 poaka in my waka. Bye, friends.
And that was a Tuatara in My Gumboot. All right, Miss Nicky Says, let everybody know where they can find those songs, stream, download, or purchase, and how they can find and connect with you.
Oh, thank you. Well, if you love my music from Miss Nicky Says, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Miss Nicky Says. You can find me on my website is missnickysays.com. And you can also find me on Facebook, on Instagram, if you look up Miss Nicky Says. And you can find Miss Nicky Says on Spotify and iTunes too, and Amazon Music. So come and find me. You can learn about my beautiful culture. You can learn about my beautiful language and learn Te Reo Māori, the languages you go to. So I look forward to you joining my tribe of people. So thanks for looking out for me.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was absolute pleasure having you on, learning a little bit about the Maori culture, learning a few Maori words.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it. It's been so nice. I really appreciate your time. And I understand culture can sometimes be a daunting topic, but I appreciate you making space for it. And again, Patrick, your Māori pronunciation's pretty beautiful. So well done.
It improved over the course of the show, I think.
I bet. So very good. I'm so impressed. Well done.
All right. Well, thank you very much and all the best. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.